by Dallas, make it hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Are you feeling it? What's going on? Welcome once again to the one and the only. This is the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live right now as we speak on Podbean. It's being seen and heard live right now on the Big Time Show Facebook page, as well as the Big Time Show YouTube page. It is being seen and heard on Twitter and on Twitch as well. What is going on, everybody? Listen, I hope that those that come in, I hope you would share the content and tag a Cowboy fan. And since everybody hating on the Cowboys these days and mad, tag a Cowboy hater too. Let everybody get it. What's going on, everybody? On this great Saturday afternoon, reason why I'm looking down, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm sharing as well. If you want to contribute to the podcast, you can do so by what you're seeing on the ticker now. If you want to do it by Cash App, you can do $, the Big Time Show. If you want to contribute by Facebook, if you're watching that, you'll notice that the stars are there for you. You can use that. And of course, if you're doing the YouTube page, you can do the super chats. On the programming platform that I use, where I combine a lot of channels, I cannot see those that are donating by the stars on Facebook. But then on YouTube, I can see it. So whenever I see a super chat in the comments, I will stop what I'm doing and read your super chat. So if you want to do it that way, that's fine. What's going on today? We got a few things that we need to talk about as we look at the Carolina Panthers and big game for the Dallas Cowboys. Big, huge game for the Cowboys. Make no mistake about it. Why is that? Some may say before I speak to everybody. Listen, the reason why it's big is because it's the next one. It's just that simple. Nobody has clinched the playoff spot. The more you win, the closer you are getting to clinching a playoff spot. That's why it's big. I didn't care if we were playing the defending Super Bowl champions or if we're playing the worst team in the league. Somebody has to win number 7. That's what we're aiming for. It's not our fault that the schedule is what it is for all you Cowboy haters that are upset that we got quote-unquote cupcakes. You knew all that before the season even got started when they made up the schedule. But you didn't know that because you didn't know if the team was going to be good, bad, whatever. You didn't know. All you knew is that on November the 19th, we are playing the Carolina Panthers. That's all you knew. We didn't know if Bryce Young was going to be what he is now. Or you didn't know if he was going to be, a possible MVP like C.J. Stroud is. You didn't know. All you knew is that he was the number one pick. But regardless of what he is, it makes no difference to us. We have to win. That's all that matters right now. That's all that matters. Win number 7. A lot of yip, a lot of talk been going on of who the Cowboys play and all. It's amazing to me. Everybody like to say that, but when other teams play another quote unquote weaker team, they never say nothing about that. They just say, "Oh, what a great win." They have to get their rhythm. They're getting in their stride. They're really kicking it in gear. They're really moving the ball well. They're really doing great on offense and defense. This is just what the team they need to do to get their confidence up. That's what they say all the time about other teams. When we play them, oh, y'all just wait. Y'all play this team and y'all wait till you play that team. Can we get the same rhythm? Lord have mercy. Lord, I mean, the goalpost moves so much for the Cowboys. It's just unbelievable. What's going on, Smoke? I see you over there on Podbean. Appreciate you popping in, brother. Thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time. What's going on, Greg, James, my brother E. Cush in the building. Isaiah, what up? I see you, Brandy. Hey, Brandy. Yes, sir. Go Wolverines. I see you, because yes, sir. Michigan took care of the business. Big matchup next week, of course, against Ohio State. So it's a huge, huge win. Karam said Nate Newton called them the kiddies. I don't care what they are. They on schedule. It don't look. If y'all coming to me with the excuse of you ain't playing nobody, I don't know that. If they getting paid millions of dollars, they're professional athletes, and they say all everybody love to say on any given Sunday, you can be beat. The Cowboys already have had that type of experience already this year against the Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals, and we paid the price for it. So I don't want to hear nothing about who this, who that, who not this. Look, they're an NFL team. They're doing just fine. All right, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault, so I care less. Talib, I see you. Brandon, Carlos, what's going on? Appreciate all of you guys popping in on me. Let's start the party off right. Everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Everybody hit that like button, and I need every individual to smash it at least. Give me at least, if y'all don't mind, it ain't gonna take long. Give me at least 12 likes. Don't count it, just keep pressing it. Press it fast, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, do that for your boy. That will help out tremendously. Everybody do that. Oh, okay, I messed that up. Let me do that again. I can't spell. Lord have mercy. Everybody hit it for me. I can't see it. I'm just going to trust that you are doing it. And your boy would appreciate that. Listen, let's go ahead and get into it. I really don't believe, y'all. I really don't believe that we're going to have a problem with a letdown. Okay? I really don't. And I'll tell you the main reason why that I don't think we're going to have a letdown. The main reason why is because the Cowboys know what the standings are. And I'm not talking about everywhere else. It's just one thing that we need to concentrate on. And fan base, this is what we need to be concentrating on. Well, we just need to handle our business, but at the same time, we just are looking at the Philadelphia Eagles. Why? Because they are ahead of us. Why? Because they're leading the NFC East. They're 2-game, some would say 2.5-game lead on us. Okay, since that is the case, we need to make sure that we stay in striking distance of them. If you go down 3, it's just about over with. It is, unless some crazy stuff happens, we have to win just to keep up pace. Now, there's a whole lot of y'all. Hey, Joe, I appreciate you, man. There's a whole lot of y'all, not me, but I understand where you're coming from. There's a whole lot of Cowboy fans, myself included, that are cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs when they play Philadelphia tomorrow or whatever day they play, Thursday night, whatever, I don't know, Sunday, whatever. Whenever they play, it's this week. Obviously, if it happens like a lot of people think it is, then we can have a chance to chop that little lead down just by us taking care of our business. That's all what we need to do. We just need to win. We just need to win. It's that simple. We have to do it just to keep up pace with it. We can't afford another loss. We just can't. We can't afford another loss. Not right now. And it is because of what the Eagles are doing. And what they are doing is they're winning. It's just that simple. I don't care what y'all say. We could have beat them, but we didn't. We should have beat them, yeah, but we didn't. And that's the bottom line. Whatever, however way you're doing it, they're 8-1. We're 6-3. We have to keep close. And so that's why I feel like, even though it is a quote unquote playing down to your competition, I don't think we're going to have that. What I'm expecting, and I'm not giving no score, but I just feel like I will say I believe the Cowboys obviously will win, but I believe that there will be a sense of urgency on tomorrow. Bottom line, we have to play them the same exact way that we played last week, and that is put your foot on the pedal. If this team does not belong, then you have to treat them like they don't belong. It's just as simple to me, y'all. And so today, I don't have a lot of analysis, just like I did last week, because the truth of the matter is the Dallas Cowboys are supposed to, bottom line, stomp a mud hole in this team tomorrow. I'm not even going to play with it. I think the line is 10. The Cowboys tomorrow should have a double-digit win on tomorrow. That's not being cocky or whatever. The Carolina Panthers do not belong. Not with us. You know, they just don't. I'm sorry. They don't. We just got to handle our business the way we were supposed to. Now, if y'all want to get into specifics on how we're going to do it, I found something slightly interesting. What's up, Gary? I see you, man. I see you just slipped up in here. What's up, man? Appreciate you popping in on me. I did see something that kind of caught my eye. Even though I'm saying, of course, the Panthers have only won one game. If y'all notice in the chat group, you'll notice that Eastside hadn't showed up. He usually be in here running his mouth by now, but see, he ain't in here because the one win that the Carolina Panthers got was against the Houston Texans. When he show up, and I got a feeling he probably will momentarily, y'all just remind him of that so I can go on with the show. Y'all understand? You know he's going to come in and run in his mouth. I found something interesting that's kind of confusing. And this is why you have to watch film and watch the game, because when you start looking at numbers, the numbers don't tell the whole story. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is what I found interesting. When you look at well, I'm gonna do this first before I get there. I'm getting ready to show you Carolina's stats offensively. All right. And most of you probably have already done it, but for the purpose of the show, we'll go ahead and do this now real quick. All right. Let's do this. I want to show y'all this, and maybe y'all have a different perspective, and that's why we all here together. I'm good with Al Brandy. You saw him. You know the team popped in here. He may be doing something else, but he better not show up in here, because you know I'm going to talk bad about him, because Carolina did beat them. Let me show y'all this. This is the Carolina offensive stats. You'll notice that they are at the bottom of the deck. They are, as you can see, third to last. T Smooth in the building. What's up? Shane, what's up? You see that they, and I'm sorry, that highlighted blue stat, the number of yards that they get a game. So they're averaging in their 9 games 275 yards a game offensively. The next column is the yards, passing yards. And then the next column where it says 185.2, that is what they're averaging in passing yardage a game. Then the next column, I guess I need to do this so y'all can follow me instead of y'all looking. Okay. The next column is right here, 813, which will be the rushing yards for the season. And next to it is they're averaging 90 yards a game. And then if you go to the very last column here, you'll see that they only average 17 points a game. So offensively, they're challenged. I think Bryce Young is ranked 31st in QBR. He has 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions so far. So I'm not gonna say he's trash, because Bryce Young is not trash. He just does not have what he needs around him to be, on the CJ Stroud type level. CJ has a nice complementary pieces around him, and of course that's part of the reason why he's doing bad. Bryce is struggling. He really don't have a great running back. He does not have receivers really that scare anybody. And I'm showing you all this because I done seen it plenty of times before, that a team that does not belong, all of a sudden when they see the Cowboys coming to their stadium or they come to Dallas, all of a sudden they play like Super Bowl champions. I done seen it too many times. I'm not expecting this at all, but I have seen it too many times over the years. It is just something about the Dallas Cowboys that make teams act like they're playing their Super Bowl. That's what happened a few weeks ago against Arizona with us. Arizona ain't done nothing. I think they won 1 game since then. Kyler Murray just came back last week, but other than that, the Cardinals didn't even look like they belong on any football field. But they played us, guess what? They were lights out. That's what I'm not hoping for. I hope there's not a letdown. Of course, their crowd is going to be there, but from what I'm understanding and what I've heard, it's going to be a whole lot of Cowboy folks there tomorrow. So, which wouldn't be surprising at all. As we know, we travel. We're everywhere. So I would not be surprised if this is almost kind of like a home game for us. But still, it's just something about the Cowboys that just brings out the best in everybody. I'm hoping we smash that real quick. Don't even give these boys no hope at all. Nothing. Don't give them nothing to get hype about. Anything. We got that type of power in our hand to make sure that happens. But I want to show you that offensively. So to be honest with you, based off the numbers, as you can see, they don't really scare me at all. I mean, seriously. I like Bryce Young as a player, but he does not scare me. The running back Hubbard, some of you guys got him on your fantasy team. He scores, decent numbers for, a guy who is really not a number one running back, but he does, if you play fantasy football, you already know what I'm talking about if you have him. The reason why I know, because I have him on my team. And he scores, almost double-digit points almost every week. But that's fantasy football. Real life is about nothing. So let's not act like tomorrow. I hope the defense don't act like that Bryce Young think he's still at Alabama, a Heisman Trophy winner. No, he's been struggling all year, or everything ain't going great. Let's make sure that he continues that tomorrow. It's just that simple to me. Let's make sure. What's up, Alan? Demetrius, what's up? You all right, man? Thank y'all for popping in. We just need to make sure that we don't get these boys no hope. It's simple. It's simple. It's simple. No letdown. Put your foot on, impose your will. Put your foot on the neck. Let them know that they don't belong. It's just that simple. But here is the part that caught me. And I hope you guys are hanging with me. And that's the offense. But I want y'all to see something that all the people ain't talking about. But I'm going to talk about it here. Notice this is the defense. Let's see if y'all with me. Okay, yeah, y'all with me. Okay, I got you. Let me get to this. No, man, y'all don't stop apologizing. I don't know what y'all be doing. Y'all act like I got a camera at y'all. I see you, John. I appreciate that. You ain't got to apologize for being late. Hey, it's Saturday afternoon. Y'all got stuff to do. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate that. But y'all don't never got to apologize to me. Because, see, if y'all don't watch it, I already know y'all going to watch the replay. So we good. We all right. But I appreciate that, John. Thank you so much. Let's look at this. This is total defense. Look at the first 2 or 3 teams. 5. That's expected, right? Cleveland, Baltimore, Cowboys, 3rd ranked defense. Kansas City 49ers. That's pretty much how it's been all year. But look at number 7. Do y'all see what I see? Do y'all see the team that's right there? You got it. The Carolina Panthers are the 7th ranked defense in the league. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but if you didn't, guess what? You're hearing it now. So we played 9 games. By now, you ought to know kind of where you are. And obviously, if they are the 7th ranked defense in the league, ladies and gentlemen, what that tells me is Carolina Panthers, where they're suffering on offense, they're not suffering on defense. They're playing pretty good defense. Okay? There's no other way to look at it. They had 9 games. No, they haven't won games. But their defense, you had to earn your right to be in the top 10. They are a top 10 defense, which means you better respect it. That's all I'm saying. And I think that's where I'm going to hang my hat for the rest of the show, just to be honest with you. I want to show you, let's investigate this a little bit further. Everybody, now y'all got to give me some credit now, because some of y'all didn't even know that. See, that's why, y'all give my credit for showing y'all what Carolina is, why we got to respect them a little bit. Y'all hit that like button real quick. Come on, hit the like button. Because some of y'all didn't know that. Y'all thought they were the 31st ranked defense in the league. Y'all thought they were just trash on defense. No, they're not. No, they're not. Hit that like button for me if y'all don't mind. If you're on YouTube, Hit that heart button for me. Hit that heart button for me. Now, let's look at this here. And I'm here. Y'all see that. Now, this is nothing to brag about at all because it's kind of confusing to me. I want to show y'all this. They're good statistically wise, but to me, they may be not that good. Let's look at it. First of all, they're giving up 308 yards a game. That ain't good. But they're 7th ranked. Let's go to the passing. This is where they're pretty good. They've only given up averaging 176 yards a game. Now that's worth talking about there. That's worth talking about. Because that's real good. That's real good. If they're giving up 176 yards passing, you would think they say, okay, who they got? They got J.C. Horn. I mean, who they got? What are they doing defensively to scheme up? Are they good one-on-one? Or are they just dominant in zone coverage? What is it? What is it about them that makes them, for a team that only average y'all in 9 games, 176 yards? When you look at them on film, it ain't like they got Jalen Ramsey on one side and Deion Sanders on the other side. It ain't that. It's just that they are opportunistic type. They take chances. They blitz. They go one-on-one. Just for this game here, they may have to change that system up real quick, because if you go one-on-one against Cowboys, right now you're going to pay a price. But here's the reason why, and I think that when I'm going with Nick is going to answer the question for us. Here's the reason why I think they are not that good. Go to the rushing. Y'all see this? 131 yards a game. That's what they're giving up on the ground. So, if you're averaging, letting teams get over 131 yards, well, guess what? You don't have to pass, right? Like if I'm running the ball and my team your team is giving up 131 yards a game on the ground, I don't have to bomb it out with you, which could explain why they only give up 106 yards, because they can't stop the run. That's obvious. The numbers ain't lying on that. 131. And then the final reason why I'm saying they're 7th ranked, but go to the points per game, which is the last column. The Carolina Panthers are giving up 26.9, so you might as well round it up 27 points a game. So that's why I said before, the numbers are misleading. The numbers are really misleading. They're the 7th, statistically wise, they are the 7th ranked defense in the entire league. In yards, that is. In yards, giving up yards. But they're giving up 26.9. Let's and I'm going to change it up real quick. I want to see how, because I know that's at the bottom. So, in yards, they're 7th ranked. But in points per game, they are next to, bottom third right there, 3, which is also a shoe-in, ladies and gentlemen, because you see who right under them. Points per game, the Washington Commanders, who we will be playing Thanksgiving. So we're getting ready to go against 2 teams that give up a whole lot of points. So although they're 7th ranked in yards, let's look at that again. They give up 308 yards a game, which is 7th in the league. I might as well just do it all. Passing, they got to be right at the top. Because right there. There it is. 176. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 in total in defense in passing. But rushing, they got to be at the bottom, close to it. There Carolina is at here. It is at the bottom. It's 32 teams. 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. They're 26 in rushing because they give up 131, 132 yards a game. They've given up points in 9 games. They got to be close to the bottom. Yeah, here they are here. 242 points, 26.9 points a game. 26.9. This is where they are. I haven't looked at turnovers. Let's just see if they're there. You need to just look at the plus 10 and all that kind of stuff. Let's see where they are. I mean, because you got to be, again, they're at the bottom. So they're -4. They're not getting their hands on the ball. So the stats really are misleading. They really are. They're not that good, y'all. That's just the bottom line. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because we don't need to let them think they're good. This is another game where it's time to go ahead and put your foot down quickly. And it behooves the Cowboys to do it quickly too, because we got a game on Thursday. I mean, that's 3 games in less than 12 days, I believe. That's a body toll. I mean, that takes on your body. And if there's anything, I guess I'm fast forwarding. If there's anything that we need to be praying for, it's please, Lord. Everybody say, please, Lord. Y'all don't know what I'm saying, but maybe if I say it, then you say, everybody just, I don't know if you're religious or not. Just say, please, Lord. Please don't let us have a major injury. The wrong injury to the wrong person can destroy a whole season. You don't believe me? Ask Cincinnati. You don't believe me? Ask Cincinnati with Burrow going down for the rest of the season. If you don't believe me, ask the Cleveland Browns with Deshaun going out for the rest of the season. We have to, and when you start playing these amount of games, the body, the way these guys go, the body is not designed, it's not meant to play NFL football 3 games and 12 games. But, the Dallas Cowboys are usually has been doing it for years, on top of years, decades. It is what it is. But please, Lord, please don't let us have a major injury. That's and at this time, if you're noticing, and I hope I ain't speaking all this. I mean, I'm not, but I'm just saying, this is what will separate. It's kind of like Cincinnati. I just use Cincinnati. Cincinnati was gaining momentum, even though they may have lost to Baltimore anyway, even if Joe would have stayed. But obviously, when a person like Joe Burrow goes down, I mean, anybody got money on Cincinnati making the playoffs this year? When Burrow went down, these guys got incentives in their contract. Like if I catch 90 plus balls, if I go past 1,300 yards, I get X amount of dollars added, a bonus or whatever. Burrow go down, you ain't, Jamar Chase, no. Appreciate your comment, man. I see you, man. Thanks for popping in. Listen, Joe Burrow, if Chase got, I almost want to go look at his contract. Like, what kind of incentives you got? Because you ain't going to get them. Your quarterback is down. See what I'm saying? So, Burrow affects a whole lot of folks going down. And watch this. Cincinnati with Burrow probably is predicted to go to playoffs. Now, no Burrow, guess what's getting ready to happen? NFL draft. So Cincinnati is probably going to end up picking up a nice little pick because of their positioning in the draft. And next year, the rich get richer. Because Cincinnati is rich, talent-wise. They're probably going to be drafting top 12, maybe, somewhere in that area. Depending on, of course, what they do with the rest of the year. I mean, it was, yeah, exactly, because a lot of people had that. A lot of people were scared of Cincinnati because they know what Joe can do. Kush is right. A lot of people had the Cincinnati Bengals to make the AFC Championship game. A lot of people did. Now they went from that straight to probably a top 12 pick in the draft. No playoffs. So one major injury to the wrong person will mess you up. So I ain't gonna say nothing else but this. Lord, please. Because really, be honest with y'all, man, look, at the end of the day, after a 17-game war with everybody, a lot of this does come down to who is the healthiest team at the end. Seriously. Who is the healthiest team at the end? And out of your stars, how many stars did you lose? And we've lost stars, y'all. Well, I mean, we've lost stars. We've lost starters. We lost them. I mean, I don't care what y'all say about Leighton Vander Esch. Leighton Vander Esch was a starter for years. And even though I like Evans, and even though I like Bell playing, let's just be honest, they're still learning. Vander Esch knew the defense. See, I'm serious. They, we lost Diggs. I don't have to say anything about Diggs. This is where we lost. We lost a lot. I mean, we lost a lot. I'm not even gonna talk about the games. Even though we won the games, it hurts when your offensive linemen are not there. Yeah, we won, but it makes a difference. We just not getting all our guys back. I think this will be the third game in a row that the projected offensive line will play together. This just be the third game. You done played 9. And I'm serious. This is big, and I agree with you, E-Kush. Like I say, but the Cowboys, I'm not crying because it's always been this way for the Dallas Cowboys. It's always been this way. They've always played on Thanksgiving. They always had 3 games in 12 days or whatever it is. We've always had that. So it's nothing new, but because even though it's nothing new, it does not mean that a lot of us like it. You're asking for an injury. When you play that amount of football with the force these guys got to play, this exactly, Jack. I agree with you, but the odds increase. I think you would agree with that, even though what you said is 1,000% true. But the odds increase when you playing that amount of games in these less of days. I mean, it's just as simple. But we're not going to do that because guess what? The Carolina Panthers probably are doing the same thing. Whoever else is playing on Thanksgiving, the Lions and whoever they're playing, they got the same thing that we have. So it ain't like it's just, we special because we got to do this. No, it's other games that are playing like that as well. So I'm just saying, though, all I want is, can we just sneak out of these next couple of games without any major injuries? I thought I saw Joe, I believe it was you, Joe, that said something that you heard that Rico is not playing. I don't know why, because I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that he's struggling. We need Rico to play. Definitely. We need to get to that. Now, I want to say this. Mike McCarthy ticked me off. I should have brought the film up. Yeah, I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you. I want to share. I want to show this. I want to share this, and it's just my opinion. You may not agree with it, and that's fine. It's like I say, it's an opinion. Everybody got one. But Mike McCarthy ticked me off because he's choosing politics over what your eyes are seeing. Okay. Let me give you the prime example. Let's just say Rico does play tomorrow. Well, just based on what you're saying, and I understand there's not a sample size, but some things are just obvious. All right. And the reason why I know it is because I see it. Let me ask y'all this question. What happened when Tony Pollard is lined up in the shotgun, standing right beside Dak Prescott, and it's a draw play, we say Pollard up the middle for 2 yards, something like that. We already know it's going up the middle because he rarely gets plays, that off tackle or outside or whatever. Pollard only goes for about 2-3 yards normally. Y'all right? I mean, we done seen this all year, so I know I'm right about it. Matter of fact, I can't see all y'all. Just everybody hit one like if you can. If you agree with that. I can see you now because I'm looking at my phone. Hit that one like if you know it's true. Pollard up the middle for 2 yards. Is that right? Is that right? I'm looking at y'all ain't. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm also seeing. Watch this. I also seen Rico Dow line up beside Dak Prescott in the shotgun and run the same exact play. But I see Rico Dow get 5+ yards, 6 yards, sometimes 10+. I've seen it. Every time he touched the ball, you can see the difference in the style of running. Plays right now that Tony Pollard gets stopped for 2-3 yards. I'm saying Rico getting 5+ yards, 6 yards, more than that. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. Have y'all seen it? I mean, hello. So the question was asked in the press conference, and I should have put it on here. They asked Mike McCarthy, okay, they asked about Rico and his production and his carries and all that. And Mike McCarthy said what he was supposed to say. He said, man, I love Rico's style. He runs angry. He's good. He's doing, he's running the ball well. Then he had put that but in there. But I love that she said I love the shared carries or whatever they have. Basically saying he liked the system that they do, split carries and all that. But then he said this, but I'm operating because Tony Pollard, make no mistake, is our primary ball handler. I got irritated right then because what you're telling me is that no matter what, when you see the obvious stuff, you see Rico and you know that, he runs hard. There's so much positivity coming out of it. But yet you're dedicated to saying, well, Tony Pollard got to get the ball more. Why? And see, this is the politics that I can't stand with us. I'll give you an example. Look. This is an example. This is why I always thought, y'all help me. Some of y'all play football. I always thought that you supposed to put uh, the best players on the field, at the particular time. I call it politics, and then I also call it loyalty. I call it loyalty, and then I call it politics. Loyalty is to the contract, not the player. In other words, if we paying you X amount of dollars, if your contract say we're paying you, in the instance of Tony Pollard, we're paying you the franchise tag, which is over $10 million or whatever, you got to get the ball more than Rico, even though Rico runs it better inside than you, and all you call primarily is inside run play. And even when you ran it outside, Rico looked a little different then. I'm not saying it shouldn't be Rico the bell cow, but I'm saying if you know the running game, if you want to get it popping right now, if you want to go second and 4, second and 3 instead of second and 8, the name should be Rico Dowd. It's just that simple. Because that's what he's showing you. But because of loyalty to the contract and loyalty to saying whoever getting paid the most, you the one that got to play it. Your actuality, and then to say, Tony Pollard is my primary ball handler. So it makes no difference what Rico do. It makes no difference. It makes no difference. He's going to go, and we just gonna have to get used to it. And hopefully, the carries that Rico get, you hope that he's more effective. So I had a problem with that, and this is the reason why, y'all. Cause see, when I look at San Francisco, all we got to do is look at one move. One move San Francisco did. That they're the total opposite of us. The name Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. The 49ers said we don't care nothing about Trey Lance being drafted in the top 3. We don't care nothing about us trading X amount of picks to get him. We don't care. Brock Purdy, in their eyes, is better than Trey Lance. Matter of fact, we understand, and we all know what Brock Purdy was drafted. Last pick in the entire draft, Mr. Irrelevant, as they call him. They did not care. We realized that he was on a rookie contract. We realized that he's a top 2 pick in the draft. We realize he's good. Tell you what we gonna do. We gonna go ahead and ship him out of here. We don't care nothing about the contract we gave. We don't care nothing about the picks that we had to give up. We know it's gonna make us look bad. We realize that we ain't gonna have the picks in the future, but we know we got our guy, at least what they're saying, and Brock Purdy, and we're not even gonna look back. We're gonna trade him away. We don't care about no loyalty. We don't care. Well, he's the number 2 pick. We don't care. We don't care. He's the number 2 pick in the draft. 49 to say, look, we don't care. The better player will be on the field. I wish we did that, y'all. We don't never do it. I tell you, my mind go back. As great as Jason Witten was, Hall of Fame tight end, he will be. But we all know during those last 3-4 years, even though he catch everything, we all know he wasn't, what he once was. Tony, he had the kind of power to say when he gonna go in. Y'all remember all that? Jason wouldn't let nobody play. We had Martellus Bennett. We had, the list goes on and on, the different tight ends we had. We didn't know how good Blake Jarwin was. That's why we kept asking for him. Because he was a threat downfield. But you wouldn't know that because Witten said, no, young rookie gone. Y'all young guy go on the bench. This is my show. Loyalty. / politics. What I'm saying is this. See, I'm already convinced that I know that Rico is a better natural runner than Pollard is. I guarantee you. Now, I'm already saying it, and I understand Rico has injury history. I understand that, but when he's in, let me tell y'all, if they would just go back to the 1-2 punch, like if Rico got Ezekiel Elliott's carries and let Pollard go back to his natural number 2 position, I'm gonna tell you right now, the offense would even be better than what it is now. And look, the offense is doing quite well. I'm saying if you want to go to the next level, we ain't got to look no further. A lot of y'all wanted Derrick Henry and all that kind of stuff. The answer been inside the locker room the whole time. Rico. The answer's been in the locker room the whole time. You want to eliminate the run. Look. When we was inside the 5-yard line, you tried to stuff Pollard, give him a touchdown. We didn't score nothing. You got the same plays, gave to Rico. Guess what? 7 went on the board. I'm just saying. It's there. The evidence so far is there. He's a better natural runner than Pollard is. And Pollard just needs to, if you want to get it back to where it was, Rico don't need to be the second back. Eastside Harold, we've been waiting on you, sir. Because I knew you was coming. And I tell y'all he was coming, y'all, with this mess he putting up already. And I tell y'all, we've been waiting on you, sir. We have been waiting on you. Because you see, no sense you coming here talking, considering who we're playing. See, I wanted Eastside. I want it today. Since you're a supporter of my show, I wanted today, Eastside. I really wanted to send you the link for the show. I was going to make you my co-host because I thought it would have been entertaining. Since everybody know you're a Cowboy hater and you just flap at your mouth a lot. But what you would have been able to do is help us understand. Give us your insight on how to beat the Carolina Panthers. Because I don't know if you watch the game or not, because you watch us more than you watch your team. But anyway, I wanted to give you the floor today. And so you tell the Cowboy Nation what needs to happen. Because we do this uncommon type of opponent right now. So I really wanted to know, how do we beat the Carolina Panthers? But then I thought about it. You can't say nothing because your Houston Texans lost to the Carolina Panthers. So they just, you can't talk, you ain't got nothing to talk about. So even though you come here talking about C.J. Stroud, the Houston Texans, go ahead. You ain't got nothing to say. You can't help us, so we don't even want to listen to you. Carolina Panthers got one victory this year. Ain't no, and it came at the hands of Houston Texans. So there your road. There go your show, Eastside. There you go. So I'm not watching you. I'm not listening to you. Not saying anything because you really have nothing to offer to this conversation because you can't talk about that because Carolina Panthers took y'all out. All right. Hey, Yanni. Yanni says the Cowboys will have 6 sacks tomorrow. I wouldn't doubt it. All right, let me get back to business. I've been waiting on Eastside. There go his show. I really wanted to let him in and talk about what we need to do or what did they do and show us how they beat Carolina. But he can't because they ain't beat them. Kind of like Eastside. You know how you talk about us with the Cardinals, how they beat us? Well, I'm talking to you about the Carolina. You understand? Well, no. You don't get. You like to talk about how the Cardinals beat us. So I'm asking you how to beat Carolina because you ain't talking about that. See? End of that discussion. So what we have to do, y'all, we got to stop being loyal to. I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it for so long. Why does Tony have to be the primary ball handler? Why? He didn't get the same amount of carries. He didn't get the same amount of carries as the number two. He was, and that's been proven because he was doing that with Ezekiel Elliott. At the end of the day, Tony had more carries than Ezekiel Elliott in a lot of games. So it don't make a difference. Tony is best suited, as everybody should know by now, as a change of pace back, the number two guy. That's when he's the most effective. I just feel like that if we had Rico or whoever that can run that style and can get us average 4, 5, 6 yards a pop, that's gonna make Dak Prescott a whole lot better. And he's hot right now. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm believing. So hopefully, because the Panthers give up 131 yards a game, hopefully we can exploit that. Now, which leads to this question, y'all, because y'all been watching just like we have, how hot they are. Everybody knows, whether you want to admit it or not, especially all you haters, that Dak Prescott right now is on fire. He is. And that seems to be the way that the offense is moving on the arm and the legs and hand of Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. So here's my question, y'all. Y'all just heard it because we showed the stats. Panthers are giving up 131 yards a game on the ground. Y'all want Dak Prescott to keep throwing it like he is, or do y'all want to test out and see pound the ground game? Which one y'all want? Keep in mind the Cowboys pretty much been balanced. I'm serious. They have ran the ball last week, even though it seemed like we just passed. No, we had over 20 between Rico and Pollard. I think they had 28 carries. And Dak had 34 passes, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. That's called balance. But what the Cowboys did, they passed to open up the run. It was not run to set up the pass and all that kind of stuff. So as hot as Dak is, y'all, are we still going with, or at least in your view, are we still going to go with Dak Prescott leading the way? Are y'all still in favor of that? My position has not changed. I don't like Dak passing a lot like this. I don't. I know he hot. I know he is. He's hot. He done went crazy. I get it. I'm not knocking Dak. He on fire. Seeing the field incredibly well. Hey, CD is in a zone. Cook came live last week. Hey, the ball is getting distributed everywhere. Jake Ferguson is turning into a pretty good tight end. Hey, I understand. Are we still gonna ride that horse? I'm looking at some of y'all. I see you, Coach Breed Love. Thanks for popping in. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Doc, I see you over there. See y'all my folks over there in popping. Thank y'all for popping in. Let me see. Shane said at this point, he don't care what they do. Run a pass, just get the win. I agree with that one 1,000%. Metris, look, this is the reason why I'm asking, because when you see stuff like this, what Metris said, y'all see that? See, hey, I mean, all y'all in 3 games, good Lord. I mean, hello. I mean, that's blazing. You don't want to shut that down, right? Because ever since they said they let Dak cook, Cowboys offense have just went cuckoo. They're going crazy. Okay. Uh, Greg says this. Greg says, I'm expecting the Cowboys to continue keep the passing game about 30 to 35 passes. See, Greg, you done changed on me. I think you drinking the Kool-Aid. Because you remember, we were the ones that were saying we didn't want Dak throwing between 20, 23, 27, or 28 times. You done pushed it up, Greg. You drinking that Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? 30 to 35 passes. And say 30. I don't know the last time we had 30 carries in a game. I'm serious. 30 carries. I'm expecting a balanced attack. I think it's going to be balanced too. I think they're going to keep doing what they were doing. I just don't see no 30 carries. I don't know the last time we've done that between our two running backs. Now, if you throw in Dak scrambles and all that kind of stuff, you might get to 30. I get that. Red, you drinking that Kool-Aid, man. I get, and look, y'all, I haven't changed. I have not changed. I don't trust Dak Prescott completely. I don't. I'm sorry. And the reason why is not that I'm not cheering for him. Here's, and I'm not putting seeds of doubt. I'm just telling the truth. I've seen this movie before. Too many times. Dak throws for dang near 4,000 yards if he healthy every year. He dang near throws for 30 plus touchdowns every year. I've seen it. But the course, and you can say whatever you want to say who he's playing. Look, they on schedule. We trying to get to, I said the magic number. Everybody still saying 10 wins will get you to the playoffs. I don't know that with 17 now. I don't know that. I'm saying that the magic number, because of the extra game that's been added, is 11. I believe 11 wins will automatically get you in. Wherever you're playing. 11 wins will get there. So I'm on the race to 11. So we need to win tomorrow. That's 7. 4 more games. We got to pull out 4 more games. Now I know for beyond a shadow of doubt that we'll make the playoffs. No question. But I've seen this with Dak. And y'all done seen it too. Y'all may say, oh, that was last year. No. This every year. We done seen it. But see, this is why I was about to agree with Eastside on this, but usually Eastside comes in and he always put his own foot in his own mouth, as you can see. He said, why then Dak? This is the reason why partially I agree with what he's saying, because again, that Dak has to kill the narrative that he only does this against bad teams. He has to do this stuff what he's doing now against another team. But and partially Eastside is right, but as always, he just be typing and don't be looking. Because see, a couple weeks ago, Eastside, he did do this against Philly. He lit Philly up. He lit them up. So he did do this. He did throw for 300 against Philly. What you saying? He did. He lit them up. He didn't win. I'll give you that. But it wasn't because of him. It wasn't because of the lack of not producing. He did produce. You don't believe me? Check the stats out for yourself, then get back with me. Before you say, well, yeah, we know that. Yeah, he did that. He did that too, Eastside. Yeah, he did. He ran out of bounds on 2-point conversion. But before you put your stuff out, make sure you got it all right before you type it. He did not do it against the 49ers, but he did light Phil up. He did. Now, so let's get that understood. But I've seen the movie before. And then what it's looking like is, right now, what it is looking like, offensively, y'all, it's look like in Dak we live and in Dak we die. because if Dak is playing like the way he's been playing for this month, we're gonna win a whole lot of football games coming up. And yes, that includes against this gauntlet that everybody talking about. Where once they get through with Carolina, once they get through with Washington, then the Cowboys gonna be in trouble. I want all y'all to keep ordering y'all pom-poms for these other teams. That's what I want y'all to do. Y'all hoping and wishing. Eastside, you the main one. I want you to get on there because every time you buy pom-poms, we notice that you don't say nothing else other than come up with your excuses like all the other haters do. Well, wait till next week. No, y'all said we're going to lose this week. Speaking of that, y'all come on talk to me, y'all. Y'all here. Everybody on Podbean, everybody on Facebook and YouTube, wherever else you're watching me from right now. Y'all come on. Let's see. Yeah, he ain't talking about nothing because see his team lost to Carolina. He just on here just yapping his mouth. See, we can all go in on it. You can't talk when you done lost to Carolina. You can't talk to me. You can't talk to me. Come on, y'all. Let y'all give me the score of the game tomorrow. I don't do predictions, but I'm saying the Cowboys gonna win. If you count that as a prediction, I'm just not gonna get the score. Cowboys will win. What's y'all score tomorrow? Y'all throw it in there. Y'all throw it in there. Now be careful now. Y'all be careful. But look, the Texans beat. The Panthers beat the Houston Texans. So you gotta be careful now. The Houston Texans lost to Carolina, so they're a great team, you know. They beat the Houston Texans, so surely they can beat the Dallas Cowboys, right? Good Lord, E-Kush. Gee whiz. 55-10. Wow. Joe says 55-10. Both of y'all said 55-10. Matrix, all right, Eastside with his, if you listen to Eastside, we'll be 0-9 right now. So that's why I ain't gonna even read your stuff. Smoke says on Podbean 34-12. iDoc, what you got? Give me the score, iDoc. Saturday Night Smoke says 34-12. Another blowout. Matrix 42-10. Woo. Cofield 48-17. John Cofield 48-17. Jack 34-13. I'm going to assume you're saying Cowboys, Jack. Y'all didn't see what you were doing there. Greg says 42-3. Woo. Kay said if Dak is playing like he is playing, then it's going to be ugly for them. My brother said if they score more than 10, I'll be blown away. That can happen, E-Kush. That can happen. What will blow me away is if Dallas plays down to the competition and let these guys hang around and we got a typical Cowboy nail biter. That's what would shock me. That's what would make me upset because we're supposed to beat these guys. Now, I don't know if we're supposed to beat them like some of these scores I'm seeing, but we're supposed to handle these guys. And it ain't no question about that. We ain't going to do like the Houston Texans did. They're not going to beat us. We're going to go and take these guys out. I'm just saying. They don't belong, okay? Look, when I see a team that belong, I'll let y'all know. Right, the Carolina Panthers don't belong. They don't. See what I'm saying? They don't belong. and we need to treat them like that. Now, uh, remember what I said at the beginning. I could care less about what folks say, who we playing, and how good they are, and what are they. I could care less about that. I could care less. The goal is beat the team who's on your schedule. That's just the bottom line. We'll let ESPN and Fox and we'll let Steve and and we'll let folks like that and all the big boys try to knock down the Cowboys. It's amazing how, like I said before, they don't knock the other team down to play these guys. But they try to knock down the Cowboys win. They try to knock it down. They don't want to give Dak no credit for how well he's playing. Somebody asked him, Stephen A. this week, is Dak in the playoff MVP consideration? He stopped. Dak Prescott? As if he don't want the conversation. You lost your mind, man. Yeah, Dak in the conversation. And guess what? And he gonna add to that chapter tomorrow. And you let him throw for another 350, 320, whatever, and have 2-3 touchdowns again. And then you tell me. You tell me. As I said before, I said again last week. The two, exactly. Right here. I mean, what else you want? There are only two quarterbacks it's only one quarterback in this whole entire National Football League that is as hot as Dak Prescott, or maybe even hotter. And it is the guy over there in Houston. I guess this is where I make Eastside happy, but it's just the truth. There's only one quarterback that's playing like this, CJ Stroud. That's it. There are no two hotter quarterbacks in the league. CJ Stroud, Dak Prescott. There's no doubt. AFC, CJ Stroud. NFC, Dak Prescott. And since everybody like to point out Dak's stats, well, if you're going to do that, then you got to do the same thing for every quarterback. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and put this out. As of right now, because y'all like to point out Dak's stats, especially when he throw a couple interceptions, y'all want to act like he done threw 30 interceptions for the year. Okay. Since y'all going by that, then let's say this. Then Dak Prescott right now, as we all predicted, these Cowboy fans did, that Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFC right now. Since y'all go by stats. Oh, it ain't Jalen Hurts. Hello. It's not. Got about 8-9 interceptions. But y'all don't hear about that because y'all love to concentrate on Dax. That's all. Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFC. Hell, right now. I didn't say he was going to be at the end. As of right now, after 9 weeks, there's no better quarterback in the NFC than Dak Prescott. Any argument? I got a little time today. Any arguments? NFC, who's playing better quarterback in the NFC than Dak Prescott? So as of right now, I'll go on a step further, even though it's early. I'm just playing with y'all right now, but it's just the truth. If there was the NFC starting Pro Bowl quarterback, who is going to be? Because y'all love to do the stats. Y'all love to do the stats now. But you got to do the stats for everybody. Y'all going to do it for that. Based off the stats, he's number one at QBR in the entire NFL right now, which obviously means he's the best quarterback statistically wise in the NFC. He is the best quarterback in the NFC. Yes. I didn't say he was the best quarterback in the entire league, though. I'm not going to say that because I don't believe that. I believe he's the best quarterback in the NFC. We'll see where you stand at the end or getting close to the end. Okay? It's just the truth, y'all. But you won't hear that from ESPN because it's kind of like the video that I showed on my on the Facebook page, the Big Time Show Facebook page. That Stephen A. He couldn't help it no more. He had to say it. He said, "Well, yeah, we talk about Josh Allen and his picks, but nobody cares because it's the Buffalo Bills. But when Dak does it, it brings dialogue. And even though Josh has at least 5 to 6 or 7 more interceptions than Dak, nobody cares. We'll talk about Josh and say he's an MVP candidate, even though he's the biggest turnover machine in the whole league. But when it comes to Dak Prescott, if you Dak got 6 interceptions, that's it, 6. And yet they had like 6 is really 12. So in other words, when we say stuff about Dak, we know it's clickbait. We know that it's going to bring conversation. But nobody cares about Josh Allen. See what I'm saying? Instead of saying, you know what, Dak Prescott, as of now, is very hot. He's playing very well. And he's showing why he's he's that guy. He's doing all that. But no, they just projected. See, with Dallas, they moved the goalpost. They say, well, we ain't gonna give him no credit. We'll just say it like this, because we're trained not to give Dak Prescott any credit. So what we'll say is, well, we'll wait till the playoffs. What about week 8, week 9? Well, that's the regular season. That's the regular season. That's what some of y'all say. That's the regular season. Excuse me, don't you have to play the regular season in order to get into the playoffs? I thought that's what it was. That's why every game important. That's why I thought, y'all help me. Don't you got to win these games in order to get to the playoffs? And if you lose these games, you don't make the playoffs. That's why every game is important. You lose this game, you're 6-4. You win this game, you're 7-3. I thought every game was important, but when it comes to the Cowboys, the whole narrative changes. Instead of saying, "Well, you beat the Giants," come on, you beat the Giants. Everybody else beat the Giants. You say that about them? Huh? Everybody else beat the Giants. You don't hear that about, well, you beat the Giants. You beat the lesser teams. You're playing Carolina. Oh my God. Come on. You're playing Carolina. Yeah. You only beat little teams. I thought that you had to win these games in order to get to the playoffs. That's what I thought. So why I gotta wait for y'all to start talking? Wait to the playoffs. No, let's talk about week 8. Let's talk about week 9. Let's talk about week 7. Let's talk about the week. Let's talk about tomorrow when the Cowboys probably go down there and beat the Carolina Panthers' brains out. That's all we can do. We'll talk about what y'all want to talk about when the Cowboys play the Seattles and at Buffalo and at Miami, and play Philly again and play Washington. We'll get to that. It's coming. We'll talk about Dak and his performance when it comes. We will. I sure will. I will talk about Dak I'll talk about Dak, in a hard way if he plays that way. Yeah, Karam, exactly. We playing Detroit. We got to look. Yeah, y'all want us to be, but keep in mind, media. I'm gonna tell y'all this weeks in advance. Cause see, y'all already trying to plant the seeds. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. See, before Buffalo played whoever they played Monday night, Josh threw all them interceptions and turned over the ball and all that. Before then, he was an MVP candidate. Then when he did all that, now all of a sudden, y'all catch up to the narrative what we've been saying all the time, that you really ain't all that. He's just an ESPN highlight type of guy who one game, you don't know what you're getting. He will look like an MVP. Then the next game, he'll look like a pure turnover machine. But what y'all trying to do is plant the seed now and say Buffalo ain't good. When all I heard was Buffalo is good. The great Josh Allen. We going to see him in Buffalo. But see, soon as the Cowboys beat them, you gonna say, well, Buffalo's not that good. When we beat Seattle in Dallas, then you gonna say, well, Geno Smith is, he's calmed down now. He ain't right. Seattle's they're really our pretenders. That's really the 49ers division. They're really not as great. Before the kickoff, though, y'all gonna say, ooh, Cowboy, y'all playing in Seattle. Oh, yeah, now. Soon we beat them, you gonna change. That's how y'all do. Some of y'all in this chat line right now, same way. A lot of y'all gonna have Miami Dolphins chili and pom-poms in your hand. Oh, boy, in Miami. Oh, Tyreek gonna tear y'all up. Oh, my God, Tyreek gonna have 200 yards pass. Ain't nobody else got it on us. How you figure? How you figure Tyreek Hill gonna kill us? How? Oh, my God, Tua just gonna light you up. What you better be hoping for is Tua don't get hit, which we all know he will. You better watch out. Miami gonna beat y'all. Oh my God, they're gonna kill you. They're gonna light you up. Oh Miami. Then if we beat Miami, y'all gonna say, well, no, this is why we say Miami are not really contenders. That's what y'all gonna do. That's what you gonna do. Y'all know y'all gonna do it. Then y'all gonna have your last hopes. I'm getting real over the line because I'm just talking now. Then when we beat the Eagles, y'all gonna say, because we're gonna beat the Eagles in Dallas. Oh my God, can you imagine it? Well, they played at home. I mean, the Cowboys, they do have a pretty good record going at home. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles beat them when it counted. They beat them at their house. Well, you better hope that the Philadelphians don't have to come to Dallas in the playoffs then. Well, y'all change the goalposts all the time. See, and I'm talking to myself because I know how y'all talk. Y'all haters. Everybody hit that like button because y'all know I'm telling the truth. Hit the like button now. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Oh, Detroit. Y'all gonna all of a sudden put y'all hopes on Detroit. That's what y'all gonna do. Because Detroit playing with such fire. Detroit is this and they're that. And Cowboys, y'all in for a rude awakening. When we beat Detroit in Dallas, y'all gonna be saying, well, they're the Lions. I mean, come on. You knew it had to phase down. I mean, it's amazing how everybody good before we play them at kickoff. And then we beat their brains out. Now all of a sudden they ain't good. Y'all killed me. And I know I ain't preaching to the choir. I ain't talking about y'all. It's these haters that's gonna be watching me in a minute. Smoke, what you say? Smoke says when you realize that every team that beat the 49ers this season has them lost their starting quarterback for the year. Browns, Deshaun Watson, Vikings, Kirk Cousins, Bengals, Joe Burrow, Eagles, Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Yeah, I heard though. Yeah, they beat them. But we didn't. So Smoke, I ain't gonna give us no credit. They beat us. 49ers played their Super Bowl against us. They ain't looked that way until last week. They ain't looked that way since then. Yeah. He could say, you know why they moving the goalpost? They scared to death of us being legit again. Scared. Yeah. Yeah. Now, Kay brings up something, and it's really too early to be talking about this, but because Kay put that down, there are two scenarios that I've already kind of looked at that need to happen for us that I will feel comfortable in the playoffs. And y'all can call it what you want, running or whatever. I don't care. Playoffs are about matchups. Here is the truth. Here's the truth. We don't match up well against the 49ers. We don't. And y'all might as well admit it. It is what it is. We don't match up well against the 49ers. We don't. As of right now, if the playoffs start today, we are on a matchup on the road in the playoffs, wild card weekend against the 49ers. There are not many people that are going to pick the Cowboys to beat the 49ers in San Francisco in a wild card game in their house. It's just the truth. That's right now the Cowboys, as of today, are the 6th seed in the NFC. We don't want to. I don't want to see us play the 49ers. Y'all can call it what you want. Say you scared of them. I'm scared of them. I just know what it's going to look like. That's the wrong matchup for us. So here's my two scenarios. Who's that to put that up? Let me put that back up there. Okay. Here's my two scenarios. Number one, we really do need to win the division. Now that's not up. We got one thing we can do to help us out, and that is beat the Eagles. But in order for us to win it, we're gonna have some help. They're not too far away at all. We just got to keep winning, and they need to come back down to us. That's why a lot of us, and myself included, are hoping that the Kansas City Chiefs beat Philadelphia. They got to play the 49ers. They got to play a whole lot of. They got a little rough gauntlet themselves. If they come down to us, and like everybody keeps saying, when they play us, a lot of people believe that the Cowboys and the Eagles will have the same record going into their game. That would be huge because that means we got our own destiny in our hand. The reason why we need that to win the division is obvious, because that's a home playoff game. The Cowboys are hot at home. Everybody knows that. I'd rather them, as of right now, play at home in the playoffs, whoever it is. I'd rather play them at home rather than going on the road. That's the first scenario. That's the obvious one. But here's the second one, though, that I think that just in case we have some slip-ups and Philly keep winning, then positioning does mean something. I want to be the 5th seed. The reason why I want to be the 5th seed, we will be on the road, but we're going to be playing the division winner that has the worst record. As of right now, and I don't see this changing, that is going to be the NFC South winner. Right now, New Orleans is leading their division with a 500 record. They're 5-5. Tampa is second, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're one game back. And they're 4-5. So the winner of that division ain't gonna be Carolina. It's not gonna be it's Tampa, Carolina, New Orleans, Atlanta. Atlanta's the other one. They got a losing record. So it's between Tampa and New Orleans. If I'm gonna go on the road, and even though I hate the Superdome, I hate it. That's not a good place to play. But I'd rather play the Saints or Tampa Bay than play San Francisco. I'd rather, let me say, NFC East, that's Philadelphia, Philly, and San Francisco, in my view, unless it really, home field, to be honest with you, is very much in play for even us. San Francisco's already lost 3 games. Same amount that we have. They got the head-to-head against us, but they lost 3. The Eagles, if we can bounce them, we can do it. He could say, how about Seattle? Well, that's only if they are division leaders. He could. I don't care nothing about them coming to Dallas if we can win division. I love them. I love to play anybody. I don't want to see San Francisco in Dallas. That's the only team I don't want. Home or away. Everybody else can come on. Philly can come see us in Dallas. Everybody else can come see us in Dallas. I just don't want to see 49ers. But home field, y'all, as of right now, is in play. Seriously, it is. Unless Philly just go off. Now, everybody keep thinking Philly gonna lose. What if they win? See what I'm saying? What if Philly just keep winning? Which ain't too far-fetched. Okay? But if Philly loses, home field advantage is in play here. I'm serious. If Philly loses Kansas City, they are one game up for the conference lead, and then they're only going to be one game up in the NFC East division. So everything is still wide open. We got plenty of football to play. But I'm just talking about if Philly wins the NFC East, I want to be the 5th seed. 11 wins just might get me there. 12 wins will get me there. That's how we beat Tampa Bay that's how we got to play Tampa. They were 4th, we were 5th. I want that road again. And after that, you can't run or hide no more. You know, where you want to categorize. You're going to have to go see Philly or San Francisco in their house. Well, barring that that's not an upset. You got to go see them. But I'd rather my first game be against them. I don't want to see San Francisco. If we don't win the division. Those are the two scenarios, Cade, that I see right now. I think I'm good in saying that because unless something crazy happens, Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. And then it becomes matchups. And we don't match up against San Francisco. We match up well against any and everybody else. We do not match up well against San Francisco. We don't. They just bully us. They out physical us. They just beat us. And I'm going beyond the obvious beatdown that we took earlier in the season. I'm saying even the close games where we had a shot to win, but we were out physical. We were too finesse, and I've always said that a physical team will beat a finesse team. Yeah, Joe, Detroit is good. But if I got to see them, and Detroit is going to win their division, so we probably won't see them if playoffs start. That might be a Philly game. See what I'm saying? That might be a Philly game. There's a lot of stuff can go on. You know what I'm saying? It really is a lot. We got way too much football for me be talking about it. I was just addressing K's thing and what I see what's going on now. I see you, K, but the philosophy against the 49ers will have to change. We so worried about getting the ball out quick and short pass and stuff, but the reason why the Cowboys offense looking like the way it looks now is because unlike the games against the 49ers, Dak is throwing the ball down the field a whole lot. There ain't really a lot of short stuff. The regular slants and, always little comeback routes. No, he's throwing it down the field right now. That's what we didn't do against the 49ers. Ain't never done it. We really ain't never done it like that. Not like the game plan that you're seeing now, we don't never play that way against the 49ers. Now, we did that. I like our chance because the 49ers secondary ain't that good. But we don't play like that against them. He plays like that against Philly. Oh, he lights Philly up every year. 300 plus yards all the time against Philly. Win or loss, he kills Philly. He just don't do that against the 49ers. It's always a struggling game. One touchdown. That's because the game plan has been off. Until I see him play or use this game plan, let him do all the changes at the line. Let him throw down the field like he's doing now against the 49ers, and then I'll give the credit. But every game plan has been nothing down the field. It's always trying to stretch them out wide. Little screen, bubble screens, little slants, nothing up the middle. See what I'm saying? So I ain't really worried about that at the point. I'm really not worried about that. But that's futuristic type talk. We got a lot of football left to play. A lot of things got to happen in order for some of the stuff I'm saying is too early. Two things we got to worry about is act like the Carolina Panthers are trying to stop you from winning your seventh game. That's just bottom line. Treat them as such. Treat them like they don't belong. And then we'll get ready for Thanksgiving against them, the Washington Commanders. That's really all it's about. And please, Lord, one more time, please, Lord, let's not have a catastrophic injury. And when I say that, because it's gonna happen, y'all. I mean, injuries happen. Just don't let one of these season-ending injuries happen. If guys get injured, let them come back. 2-3 weeks, I can deal with that. I just don't want the season-ending injury really to none of our starters. None of them. I really don't want it to happen to nobody on the team, and that includes the opposing teams as well. We're not cheering for injuries, but we just know it's gonna happen. Just Lord, please don't let it happen right now, because we hot right now. I hate to lose it all because of a few injuries. That's my thing. All right, y'all. I done talked long enough. Phone line opens. There it is. 901 6853. 901 6853. You can call in right about now. You can go ahead and get it done. Yeah, John, you're right. You can call it in now. We're talking about the Carolina Panthers, Dallas Cowboys on the road. Can the boys stay hot? Because they hot right now. They hot. They're hot. Let me show y'all what I did, since y'all ain't calling. Now, don't call now once I get this going. If you call, going to you'll have to wait. I want to show y'all what I said. I don't know when I said it, but I said this before the season started. Oh, the chill out here, there. Scaring me. Oh, that's the music behind. Okay. Say there. It used to be right there. I can't show it. That's a bunch of crap. Y'all forgive me, I'm looking for something and I can't see it. I know why, because I'm live right now. That's why. That is why. Okay, I get it. I'm live. Okay. I understand. All right, let's get back to it. Go ahead and call in if you want. I ain't talking to the old boy today. That's fine. I end it. Listen, let's be safe. Happy Thanksgiving, pre-Thanksgiving to you guys. Happy holidays. Most of you gonna be out of work. Few pointers. If you don't know how to cook, don't disappoint your family by experimenting. Because that's how you have a problem in the house. If you don't know how to cook no turkey, it's okay. Go buy one. I don't know where you are in the country, but every city got a Popeyes. They do fried turkey. Just go look. Just go get it. Don't try nothing out. If you don't know how to grill, if you don't know how to light a fire, if you don't know what to do, if you got a big grill, don't put the turkey directly over the fire. If you have one of them racks, put it above the rack. Now, let me give you some point. I'm trying to help y'all. If you got a turkey and you put your coals to one side of your grill, put the turkey on the opposite side of the grill, or a little bit, it may not be all the way over. That's how you smoke the grill. I mean the turkey. That's how you do it. You don't put it directly over the fire. Therefore, it cooks evenly. Hello. Some some of y'all some grill folk. E. Kush know how to get grilled. I already know about him. I done seen his work. E. Kush know what he's doing. Some of y'all don't know. Now y'all don't have to say nothing. I'm not telling. I'm just trying to help some of y'all. Now, if you're a good griller, but you're not a good side cooker as far as your side, like whatever you eat, your dressing or your greens or your, all that kind of stuff. If you don't know how to cook that, don't mess it up. Okay? Don't do that. Look, I'm trying to help you. If you stay by yourself or you got a little significant other and it doesn't require all that, there's nothing wrong. We're going to get some chicken from KFC, Popeyes, wherever you like to go get your chicken. Go get that. Look, don't try to cook the turkey if you don't know what you're doing now, because you cut the turkey and it's red and white and all that kind of stuff in it. Look, stop. Don't have no pride. You'll get better. Just practice it, okay? Practice it, okay? just do that. Y'all, I'm just trying to help you. Do that. Don't mess up, okay? Be pleased. See, I'm gonna get on the grill. Yes, sir. Don't cage the turkey. See, you couldn't know what I'm talking about. Your family will be happy. You can even lie and say, "Hey, I did this." Your grill be just as cold because they know it ain't no smoke. You put your hand on the side, it ain't gonna burn because you ain't crunk it up. But you can lie and say that you cooked it. Okay, don't do it. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Okay, appreciate it, Dylan. I've never seen you before, sir. Dylan, and look, ain't nothing wrong with spaghetti, Joe. I like that. He said, "Hey, brother, man, we still like Ravens to 10 this year without Andrews. I'm a Ravens fan, born in blood. First year I've seen us solid wide receivers, and we got some solid backup time in, so it's time to sit up." Dylan, never seen you before, so here's my first question to you, sir, if you're still here. How did you catch up with me? Like, I don't know. I see you on YouTube. Did your channel suggest my show to you? Can you answer that for me? I'd just be interested because I've never seen you before. Glad you popped in. I promise you I'm going to answer your question. If you had enough to type that in, even though this is not a Baltimore Raven podcast, I'll be glad to answer your question. But answer my question first if you don't mind. How did you see me? And if you did, subscribe to the show, even though I ain't never talking about Baltimore. But I will for you, because you did that. So I'm going to do that for you. I am. Okay? Okay, I'm waiting on Dylan. But since I said I answered. Yes, the Ravens still got enough. Even though Andrews is not there, he's enough. Y'all still have enough to get it done. Especially with Burrow going down, I think it's beyond a shadow of doubt that y'all will win the division now. Unless, especially Deshaun Watson is out. I mean, it's gift wrap for y'all. 2 starting quarterbacks are gone. I mean, I guess the Steelers who are always kind of lurking, but it's the Steelers who are still, got a pretty good record. So I still will put my, believe that y'all gonna win it. So y'all got enough. Hope I answered your question. All right. Nobody call in. That's it. Gonna be it then. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Listen, I will be with you guys following the game tomorrow. I'll still be at church. Yeah, Kate. Maybe so. Vach, I emailed him, thanking him for the raid and, guys like him who are what I consider, the best in the game, and he is. His accomplishments in this industry is it ain't too many that can say that. I mean, he's on a national level, being on the volume with Colin Cowherd. Um, he has over 80,000 subscribers in YouTube. I mean, what else can you say? I don't think Vosh does Facebook. And if he did, he would be kind of like Law is. Law has over 100,000 in YouTube subscribers and has probably about 10, 11,000 in Facebook. So, these guys like that, whenever they shout out a little guy like me, it lets me know that, and he knows who I am. I just, how else could I be other than grateful that, guys, he would send his people to my show and say, hey, look at him. So, the way I look at it is that's kind of encouragement to me to let me know, hey, for one of the best in the game to say, hey, go look at him. I must be doing something interesting. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but enough to catch the attention of somebody like him. But West Coast, who is I was just on the show with him a couple of days ago. Some of you guys saw it, him and Henny, and it was just us three, and a young lady named Craven Cowboys. For a guy like West, who's majorly accomplished himself, is big when some of the giants. Yeah, appreciate you, Cupcake. People like Cade, you know what I'm saying, who don't have to stay here. Everybody that follows me follows all the big guys, Boss and West Coast and Vox and Koye and J Tuck and all the superstars, Law, Big Game, OC, all those guys. For those guys, say, hey, we know who Big Time is, and we watch his show too. I mean, hey, that's big. So I appreciate anything come my way. Hey, the show is growing, but that's not the reason why my show is growing. My show is not growing because of mentions. My show is growing because of all you guys that's in here. I never thought, I was just having fun. I guess this is a good way to close it out again. I was just having fun, just talking about the team that I love. Never in my wildest dreams, watching them, those guys been at it a little bit longer than I have, or even if they have started, they more accomplished than I am. And I love it. I just love the brothers that do well. But I'm happy over mine. I was just amazed. I was telling my wife the other day, man, I got 2,300 people that have subscribed to my show on YouTube, and I got 1,200, over 1,200 on Facebook. Now, that ain't nothing compared to these guys, man. But for me, that's huge. I mean, total, I got over 3,000 people who said, hey, we'll rock with you. That's big, on YouTube, I think I got about on Podbean, I got over about 500 over there. So, I mean, don't mean everybody listen. They just decided to like the show or follow me. And, at some point in time, everybody kind of watches every now and then. I mean, that's big, man. That's big. And so when you get guys like Vox, West Coast, Boss, I wasn't on Boss show, but I popped in on him, had a little time. As soon as he saw that I popped in, Boss said, hey, man, we got to do the show real soon. He said, hey, man, we got to do a show together. That's big. That guys who I consider to be way better than I am will say, hey, we need to do something together. That's big, man. So I appreciate all of you guys that have supported me. You did E-Kush my E-Kush is my man. And E-Kush, wherever I'm going, E-Kush going with me. That this guy right here, this guy right here, he's my guy. Um, I appreciate E-Kush. And E-Kush listens to all the other guys as well. And they appreciate you, Jack. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's you thank God for, you know what I'm saying, for the little things that have turned into medium things, and then they'll turn into big things. You know, I'm just having fun, man. This is not my primary source of income. I got a job just like y'all got. The guys that I was talking about don't have to have a job. They've progressed in life like this, that they Facebook, social media is paying them. Vouch is with Colin Cowherd. Do y'all understand what that means? I mean, these guys have moved up, you know, to that type of level. I'm clocking in every day. I work at a school. I'm the dean of discipline at my school. I'm doing it. It's just a fun for me, but you know, you start doing things you love, it has a way of paying you. And certainly my show has progressed to the point where, you know, I got super chats and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, and I've benefited from that as well. But I just like having fun, man. Joe, I appreciate you, bro. You know, like I say with Joe, he has a special place in my heart because this guy here is already in Italy. That's where he lives, been there. And for him, and I know it's late there, probably early in the morning over there in Italy, and he wakes up and get the notification and he watches the show all the way in another country. So, you know, I mean, I'm grateful, man. I'm just telling the truth. I'm humble with it. I just like having fun with it. Even the East Side Heralds, I don't mind, you know, playing around with them. There ain't nothing personal at all. It's just that the show is growing because of people like you, man. It really is. I'm just here. And I guess on that note, before I start getting too emotional, 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock in Italy. Okay, I got you, Joe. I just on that note, I will be with you guys after the game. Give me about 30 minutes or so. 30 minutes or so after the game. We'll talk about what you guys saw and what I saw. And hey, regardless of what we saw, we gotta get ready for Washington next. So get ready for that. Next week, I'll let you in on something. I am off work all next week. So I'm telling y'all now. Don't ask me when, but I'm telling you now. Go ahead and make sure you got those live notifications on, because I may come on in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, but it just won't be at my regular time. I'm gonna try to get on here just about every day next week at some point. And so we talk football and keep moving, because we got to do some type of pregame for Washington, even though we're playing on Thursday. So hopefully the all 22 tape comes on for whoever Washington is playing. Hopefully that'll be ready by Sunday evening or definitely Monday. And we're going to turn the page quick, win or lose against Carolina. We ain't got no choice. So I'll be on morning times, maybe afternoon. I'm going to be on a whole lot this week because I got the time and I can do this every day or close to it. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging with me on today. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon, probably about 30 minutes or so after the game, for the one and the only. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it again. This has been the Big Time Show. Now, before I go, even though I'm small, I'm growing. And if I keep growing, that means I'm coming. I love it, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.